What up?
Armani was good.
I'm cool, man. What's up with you?
I mean, everything good, everything good. Appreciate you tuning in. I had to play your joint real quick to get in the vibe real quick.
Um,
I had to play that joint real quick for me. Let the people know, let the
word,
people feel you real quick. People feel
word,
you real quick.
word. That's what we on. Positive
That's what's
vibes
good.
on us.
Facts. So first and foremost, definitely appreciate you coming, pulling up to our first rendition of Creative Combos with me, Jiggy Jones. How are you doing?
I'm amazing. I'm blessed.
Okay,
Working,
okay.
excited about this project, about the drop. It's
Hey.
litty over here.
Okay, so you've been in your bag doing with everything going on with COVID. We got civil unrest amongst our people, like everything going in. Like, so you
Yeah.
still been in your bag, even though all this stuff is going on.
For me, for America, this may be their first time going through struggle and strife through all this, but I've
Yeah,
been through shit my whole life. So,
no
I took
facts.
it on the chin and kept it pushing. My main thing is regardless of what's going on, you always gotta keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
That's 100%.
And help, I've helped my community along the way. I've made sure that outside of posting, doing the work and that kind
Mhm,
of thing as far as the whole movement is concerned. And then as
mhm.
far as just staying in the house due to this corona,
Facts.
you
You gotta
see
do what you
pictures.
gotta do. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do. So,
So,
nah, that's
yeah.
what's up though. That's what's up. So you originally from Buffalo, New York?
Yes.
Okay,
Buffalo, New
got you,
York,
got you.
71 City.
Okay, shout out to Buffalo real quick. And you started rapping around like 12?
Yeah, I was 12 years old when I wrote my first rap. I
Man, that's
recorded
mad
it.
young. So what was you
Yes.
rapping about at 12 years old?
Oh my gosh. Shit, I wasn't supposed to be rapping about.
Like, you was grown. You was one of them girls your mom tell you like you need to
Listen,
stop listening to
I
that
was
because you
all
too grown.
quiet on the little microphone, had it hooked up to
Mm,
the computer, like whispering
got you.
my little raps or whatever, and then I'll
Okay.
burn it on the CD and take it to school. Like,
Damn, kids don't know about burning CDs these days.
listen, that was my hustle back in the day. Like, I used
I
to
feel
make
you.
mix CDs
Mm-hmm.
for all my mama friends.
Oh,
Like,
that's
what's
lit.
up? Shout
Feel
out
me?
to
You got
Livewire.
okay. Oh, LimeWire. Yo, everything had all the music, unreleased music, everything on there. You get everything from LimeWire back in the day. That was lit.
Exactly.
So
I have my
so
own mixtapes.
oh. So with everything going on in Buffalo, obviously Griselda's from Buffalo, Benny, Conway, and West Side Gun. Like,
Mhm.
what age did you actually meet Griselda?
I think I just turned 17, or I was 17 about to turn 18. It was right
Hmm.
before I left for school.
Okay.
And I actually went into the studio just to inquire about some studio time because I seen like a flyer or something like that.
Yeah.
And at the time, Buff City was like that recording studio was pretty much where everybody went to record. So
Hmm.
they had like a little special going on. I went in there and I remember Benny was in there writing to this song.
Hmm.
And I was like in a little lobby part. They had sat me on the couch before the owner had came out. And I ended up writing something to the song, like just listening to the beat because the dude was taking mad long.
Yeah.
And then somebody ended up hearing me spit it. And then I spit it for the owner who
Hmm.
was, like the manager over Buff City at the time.
Yeah.
And then I spit it for Benny, and then I ended up being on the track. And then it was like, I kept going back to the studio. Like, I'm like, shit,
Man.
y'all don't record me for free?
Man.
I'm around.
Make it
Like,
happen. Like, so you
one
was
thing
hustling.
turned to another, yeah. And then it was just like, we ended up making a whole mixtape, like within
Hmm.
like 2 weeks of that. So everything happened like really fast. And I always loved music. I always, that was always my passion. And I
Got
just
you.
felt like, oh shit, this shit is fire. Like,
Yeah.
Benny was there, Conway was there,
Hmm.
and it was like a group of us. So,
Hmm.
I was young, coming through
Hmm.
on my Kim
Okay.
shit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Feel
Like
me?
wrapping
First
up
lady shit. Feel me? That's lit.
off
That's
of
lit.
all the old Kim beats and stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm killing it.
Hmm.
And eventually I ended up moving to North Carolina and going to
Okay.
school here. And
Got you.
then everybody kind of just branched out and did their own thing, but we always kept in touch. And
Okay.
then Wes, who was Conway's brother,
Hmm.
was just, like always like the big boss. I met him one time and then he ended up getting locked up. And
Mm.
then when he got out, like he'll see me and be like, "What up, sis? It's on the third. We got to do something." And
Yeah.
at the time, I was like kind of on and off with the music.
Hmm.
And he was like, "We got to do something." And then maybe like last year, he hit me. He was looking for a first lady for
Mm.
Griselda, and he was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Yo, like I don't really see anybody being the first lady besides you. Like, you know what I'm saying? We have the 716 story. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to run with that, and you dang nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? You coming home and what?" So, you know, after that, it was just like, you know, it was meant.
Everything was easy from there.
It was easy peasy. So
now that's lit for real. I mean, you following like a history of a lot of first ladies in hip hop. I mean, you could take it all the way back to Foxy with the Firm with Nas and them. Obviously, you mentioned Kim with Junior Mafia. Of course, Nicki with Young Money and Eve with Rough Riders. Feel me?
Eve with Rough Riders.
Exactly. Like you. So you coming into that group as a first lady, following in a lot of their footsteps. I feel like, you know, that's definitely a great path to take. But like, do you feel like any pressure being that first lady? I mean, then you got Michelle Obama too. She ain't rap, but she a first lady though.
That part, okay. Shout out to my still first lady.
You already.
Initially, I didn't feel so much pressure as I felt like, you know, I wanted to make sure that the sounds meshed, because you know, when I got down here, naturally being in the South, you know, I started rapping on more South beats and stuff like that. And then I became, you know, accustomed to that sound, even though my roots was in Buffalo. So it was all that hard hip hop shit, you know what I'm saying? Alchemist beats, all of that. But just having a conversation and Wes being such a fucking genius with the ideas that he be coming up with, it was just like, you know, it was a perfect fit. You know, he was like, you know, you come from rapping over hard beats, and you can do what we can't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as being a female artist or whatever, it's easy for you to branch over. And the fact that you have both sounds and able to like kind of cruise in both lanes, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's an advantage. You know what I'm saying? Don't stay stuck in one lane. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to do them all.
Exactly.
And that's how we rock with it. Like, it was just like, you know what? You're right. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first started rapping, I was rapping off of Alchemist beats. And, you know, then I did a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, trap then too. So it was just like, it was just meant. Everything just flowed. You know, like at this point with everything being so crazy right now, I think my biggest thing is just ease. You know what I'm saying? And everything that has been easeful, we just been letting it flow like that. Anything we got to force, we not really doing it. Mean on that.
That's 100%. I mean, you could apply that same type of mentality to anything in life, but especially music. That shit got to be authentic. Like, it got to be a feeling. And I mean, obviously you practice with the skills, and you know, you go to the studio, you write your bars, you practice. But you know, at the end of the day, you gotta have that authentic appeal. So no, that's lit. That's lit for like for Gun and all of them to kind of like just recognize and see that in you early on. So I took a look at one of your first projects. Handbag Addict. Handbag Addict. So you was like buying Birkins at like what, like 16 or something like that? Like,
no, I'm gonna keep it all the way tall, baby. I was from New York. I was getting my bags from down on Delancey Street, Warehouse Street.
Canal Street?
I was coming with all the fly shit that wasn't even out, and even the designer ain't even had it.
You was out here stunting.
But when I did get my little bag up or whatever, I ended up buying, you know, my first Louis bag. You know, that's the bad bitch starter kit.
Yeah, facts. Gotta get the
Louis.
Gotta get the Louis.
But, you know, like, one thing that I've noticed, even early on, was that, you know, the power of manifestation. And I feel like me rapping about the life that I wanted at that point put me right exactly where I wanted to be. So it's almost like I got to be careful now about what I talk about, because, you know, I don't want to see anything bad manifest, but everything that, you know, I talked about that I wanted, how I wanted to live, everything ended up coming to fruition in one way, shape, or form. So it was just like, you know, I eventually was able to buy them bags that I was talking about and become the real handbag addict. And, you know, just being in my bag. I was in my bag before that was even like a thing.
Before that was even a term or phrase, exactly. No, that's lit. That's lit for real. And speaking on that project and speaking about stuff that you was talking about, you had this song that I kind of peeped. I'm like, hold up, it's called Lil Dick Nigga Interlude. So I saw that song, so I said, when music artists usually tap into, like an experience, that come
Yeah.
off emotion. So I want to know, like, did Armani used to fuck with little dick niggas, or like, what's the story behind that track? Because I listened to it, but it didn't sound like you was like downplaying nobody. So like, what's the story behind that track, like?
Well, I'm gonna be totally honest. When they uploaded that project, I think a lot of the song titles ended up being like out of order.
Mm-hmm.
So that song wasn't even supposed to be called that. Okay. But in the interim, I think that just when I first started rapping, especially being around such greatness, you know what I'm saying? Like even early on, because Conway and Benny, some of the nicest rappers, like just period.
They rap for real. Straight bars.
Right. So I knew that I had to step my pen up, and then a lot of the times too, we were all on tracks together, and I wanted to get on them tracks. So I had to say something so crazy and so outlandish most of the time to get people like, oh shit.
Yeah, get that like,
you got she really said that. So whatever it took, I was saying that.
Shock
you know
value.
What I'm saying? And I think that helped me also just to push my pen more and to make sure that I wasn't slacking, because they would definitely tell me like, oh no, you can go a little harder than that. And I would write verses over and over again or switch lines up and stuff like that. And they used to be on my neck about it, but I just I really went for that shock value. Like one of my biggest influences is Kim, and the first thing she say, like, I used to be scared of it, like so, you know what I'm saying? It's like from then on it was like, like I'm gonna go for it. Why not?
No, 100%. I feel like you gotta make sure you galvanize the ears and make sure that the people really attracted to that. Like, and you say something shocking, people gonna be like, oh, hold on, let me run that back real quick. Like, so I feel you on that 100%. So you got this new track you just put out, Yum Yum. You say you got this line, tell Alexa play the niggas, tell Alexa to play all them niggas that played me.
Tell Alexa to play all the niggas that played me.
Fact. So like, so going back to personal experience, is that bar from like a personal experience, or you just trying to shit on niggas now?
I mean, that just goes not just for niggas, just anybody that I felt as though like tried to like hold their nuts on me at one time or another, male or female. I think that a part of becoming successful is that you see the transition of people that slept on you to when you actually do get in position, or you do start bubbling a little bit, or just start coming up a little bit, and they see people that they fuck with start fucking with you. It's a different kind of transaction. It's a different kind of just interaction. You know what I'm saying? It goes from, oh, like, yeah, I'm going to hit you this, that, and third, or just a curve, to, yo, when we going to link? Like, what's up?
Exactly.
Like,
Just switch up real quick.
The energy shifts, and it's so completely different. So I think that, that was just for me and for all the people like that, get slept on or feel slept on and have to go through people just being fake and clout chasing and stuff like that.
That's 100%. I feel that. A couple other songs you got, Make No Sense. The Nasty song you sample NBA Youngboy's Make No Sense. You got the Big Ol' Bag joint you sample Too Short. So like, is that something a trend that you definitely want to follow? Because I always say samples make a lot of the best records. So is that something that a trend that you definitely want to continue to follow?
Not intentionally. With the Make No Sense beat, I just heard that and I thought that was so hard. And it was like I wrote that verse in like 15 minutes. So it was like, I mean, not even a verse. I wrote the whole song in like 15 minutes. So it was just something that kind of flowed. A lot of the samples that I do, it usually be because it's a drought on beats, or it's like I can't really find no beats. So those are the beats that I kind of want to rap off of. And being as though at the time I wasn't signed, so there was no budget for me to go to a producer like, yo, I need this, that, and the third to write on those. Then, I just had to work with what I had to work with and make sure that my name stayed relevant and I was still dropping heat, even if it wasn't my own beat,
Got you. I mean, shit. Wayne did that, made a career off that, dropping the drought tapes and Sorry for the Wait tapes, straight off other people's beats, and was making better songs. Like, there are a lot of other people.
Wayne shut like 2 years down, like 3 years down, straight with the mixtape circuit. So like,
exactly. So I ain't mad at that. Now you got this track with West Side Gun. Now this track called Lil C's Complex Name Your Verse, one of the top verses of 2020 so far. Like top verses of 2020 so far. You said run the city like I'm Diddy, the hustle is all puff. Like yo, I heard that was one of the Diddy, like that's my nigga. I aspired his career path was like where I aspired. So I'm like, yo, that was tough right there. So one, you jumping on the track with Gun New for mad long. But like I feel like that was really like your introduction to a lot of people, since this is his newest project. So like, one, how did that reaction feel when you got that reaction from Complex? And two, just what was your mentality just going in when you was writing that track?
Well, when I first like heard or seen it, because I honestly didn't even see it, somebody ended up sending it to me and was like, "Yo, like congratulations, this, that, and the third," and I was like, what? Like,
oh,
really?
Shit.
Like,
like,
oh my God, like the top 20, and then it was 10 more people behind
right.
it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It was crazy. And to be totally honest, that wasn't even a verse that was, I probably, if not the first song, one of the first songs that I recorded, like as a Griselda artist. We did it in Atlanta at the 5, which is West, studio. And it honestly, I didn't even like it. I was like, I could have kind of did better on that.
Really?
And, he was like, no, that's fire. And then when he told me that, first he was like, I'm going to use the beat for something else. So I was like, all right, well, cool, whatever. Cool, yeah. And then, because I forgot about the song anyway. Then he called me back the next day and was like, no, I was bugging. Like, no, we using that. That's going on.
He had to press play. He had to press the line real quick.
Yeah. So he was like, wow. So as soon as I, got the call or whatever, I still didn't even know what verse that was. And because I had recorded maybe 5 songs while I was down there during that time. And then when I heard it, I was like, I did go in. Go in a little bit. But it was just like, that verse is like a verse that, I honestly been working on that, or just this album period, that I'm working on. I've really been working on my whole life. This has been something that I just couldn't wait to have a platform to do it on. But it's I've been doing them kind of verses. People just didn't hear them.
Didn't know.
You know what I'm saying? I got a computer full of hundreds of songs that ain't nobody heard because I just didn't have the platform to release them on, and I didn't want to waste that music because my music is like my baby. So
100%.
Honestly, I couldn't I couldn't believe it. I just was very grateful for the way that it was received, and I was grateful that I had the platform, that West actually okayed and was like, okay, yeah, we gonna put this on the album. And
now look, you getting a lot of people playing that, a lot of people rocking with it. So my thing is, all right, so you said, we talked about shock value. You want to, when you get on a song with Benny, Conway and Gunn, is you got to bring shock value. So it's kind of like how the Nicki Monster verse. She was on a song with Ye, Ross, and Jay. So that's top tier of the game. Especially 2010 at that time. But at the same time, she had the best verse, and arguably her best verse. Maybe that after that, people started paying attention. Oh yeah, Nicki's different. She's digging pro. So what's your mentality, or how are you coming when it's all of them on a song? It's all right, I'm trying to have the best verse. And is it ever a time they you? Because usually they say the best for last. So in that instance, if they choose you, whatever place does placement matter to you on a song? If you're on a song with all of them?
No. I think the biggest thing that I've learned is just to have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, this is still all supposed to be fun. When you start taking stuff too serious, then you start overthinking your bars and just thinking about, you know what I'm saying? And it stunts your creativity. If you just go in there and have fun, you know what I'm saying? The talent is in me. It's not on me. So at the end of the day,
that's a bar right there.
I can't, I just gotta do me. You know what I'm saying? Doing me has got me here. So I just go in there, I have fun. I don't try to take it too serious, or I don't try to, because that pressure will, like, it'll get you writer's block. You'll be sitting there for hours, like, damn, like, I can't think of nothing.
Yeah, facts. People be take time. Like I said, it definitely got to be natural. So you talked about, before we hopped on here, you talked about this project. So what is this project coming out? Do you have a date? What's the vibe like? Talk about that project.
Well, this first project, because I was gonna try to like throw all of the songs like together, but you know, after like I just completed the project last week, and it's really going to be just more of a Griselda sound, just to kind of shut everybody up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and to really, you know, get them to like appreciate me. This is really for the Griselda fans, because you know, I've been getting a lot of love from them, and I also, you know, I want to be able to build that base up first before I try to go out and just try to do a little bit of everything. So this is going to be more of that Griselda sound. And then immediately after that, you know, we're going to go and drop the songs that I already had, like in the archive or whatever. I just shot the video, well, the cover yesterday. So
Well, I see you doing like headshots and stuff on your IG. So like you
I was doing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I showed y'all a little bit. I ain't show y'all everything.
Little sneak peek. Got you.
I couldn't, you know, leak too much, but what I will say is, you know, Wes, he loves art. You know, he's super artsy, and it will have a lot to do with that. Once the cover and everything is done, we'll probably drop like a release date a little bit after that. But you know, songs are being mixed, the cover is being done. You know, so we in the kitchen cooking right now.
We
can't rush it and just you know, put it out. We gotta definitely, you know, take our time and, you know, just do it right, because I want it to be something that is lasting. I want people not only just spitting that Fly Guy verse, but also like the whole project. You know what I'm saying? I need them getting that, like not just for a couple of weeks when it's out and it's fresh and it's new, but like the whole rest of this year and next year. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
you trying to take over 2020 and 21?
I mean,
I ain't mad at you. I just should. I ain't mad at you. Like, do you have a the amount of tracks that's gonna be on the project?
7.
7. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be 7. And this is just gonna be like an EP. You know what I'm saying? Like, in and out, little quick little joint. You know, the album is gonna be completely different. You know, the album is going to sound like an album. You know, with a lot of you know how like when West dropped Fly Guy versus Pray for Paris, you know, Pray for Paris is more like an album.
Longer, it felt like an album. That was an artsy ass cover too.
Listen, so that's how we coming. So you see what we gotta work with. You see what came before, and you already know Fly Money.
You gonna do the same thing, I bet.
Yeah.
So I mean, we definitely gonna be looking forward to that. I mean, like I said, like being a first lady in a full group of men is definitely like something that's definitely embraced. Especially if you tough, you killing it. You got the bars, you got the attitude, you got the sauce, you got the flavor, the swag, everything. Like I feel like you gonna be good. You're gonna be good. I definitely looking forward to seeing a lot from you. Now, not only do you do music, you're an entrepreneur as well. So you know, Black entrepreneurship is booming right now. It's very important. So make sure y'all support Black businesses.
Please do. Yes.
You got Armani's Closet. So you be modeling your own stuff on your gram. So like, what type of clothes are you basically making for in Armani's Closet?
I mean, my clothes is like for the trendy it girls. It's for you know, the ones that just want something fly. I stay within like a certain price margin, so you know they don't have to break the bank to try to, you know. And you can mix and match my stuff with highs and lows and stuff like that. But it's really like it's like an extension of me. It's what I would wear. It's what I've been wearing. You know, Armani's Closet started off as a consignment boutique, and then people just kept asking me about everything that I had, you know, in my closet, or like things that I would sell on my lives and stuff like that would go so fast. And it's just like, you know, you gotta feed the streets. You gotta make sure that you're giving the people what they want. So I'm definitely excited about that, and just expanding with that. I've been getting a lot of love during quarantine. You know, a lot of business been shutting down, and I think that
that's fact.
I'm grateful that I don't have to worry about that, and that my business actually did better during the quarantine than any time. So I appreciate it. Shout out to the Armani Army. And, you know, everybody for holding it down.
That's nice. Like that little catch to it. Okay, I see you. That's 100%. Now, somebody before I missed the question. Somebody in the comments said they wanted to know what was your ab regimen. They say you 6-packing over there, and they was like, yo, what's that ab regimen?
I mean,
what you be doing? Like,
I be doing my little workout every now and then, but I think like my mom is naturally slim and like muscular. Because even when I'm like, I gain weight and I get a little thick, even like when I got a little stomach, the abs be on top of that. So I can't even front like it'd be like something specific.
You built that.
Yeah, nah, I ain't going. But I drink a lot of water. You know, I take my vitamins. I mind my business. You know, and then, you know,
that's all we doing.
Drinking
water and mind my business. I ain't mad. I ain't mad at you.
Right. You know, you gotta be careful, especially nowadays with this corona stuff going around. You know, like most of the things that I eat, I cook myself, because I just realized like during this time, like washing my food, I know they're not washing it like how I'm washing it in no fast food restaurants or anything.
At all.
So, or just, you know, the care and making sure that everything is fresh. You know, I'm a little bougie when it comes to my food. So.
You got to. That's you know, that's going inside you. So, you know, you basically are what you eat.
Exactly. So, you know, so even if I'm eating burgers and fries, I need to make sure that the meat clean. I need to make sure that it's top rank, you know, so.
100%, 100%. Now, I peeped your tweet last night. You was making some turkey sliders. You said you made some popping turkey sliders on time. So what type of sauce did you have in the turkey sliders? Like,
one thing about it, my turkey sliders, hands down, ain't nobody messing with my turkey sliders. Like, I got the best turkey sliders in the game right now, and that ain't even no flex. That's a humble flex. Because I really just started like making them during quarantine. It was like just like a snacky kind of thing. And, you know, I had some Hawaiian rolls and I had some ground turkey. So, you know,
got in your bag real
quick and
with Chef Boy Armani in there.
Bomb.
Okay. Did you use any like special sauce or something, or any seasoning? Or you ain't trying to get that up?
I can't give them the whole.
You being stingy. It's all good.
You gotta use some, you know, I butter my bread with honey butter.
Honey butter.
You know, I use pickles, lettuce, onions, all of that. I chop it up, because you know I'm from up north. We like chopped burgers, so like.
Chopped cheese from New York.
Listen, you gotta put the cheese. You gotta put the square cheese on the bottom. Then you gotta put the shredded cheese on top of the meat. Throw it in the oven. Bussin'.
Got you. Okay, you got a little regimen. I see what you're doing in the kitchen.
I'm putting you on game. Listen, if you want to keep me mad at home.
Honestly, like I hope they listening in. So you in the kitchen right now? What you plan on making tonight?
Listen, I just made some fish tacos, so I ate before I got online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fish tacos. Okay. Now that's 100%. That's lit. So real quick, going back to the entrepreneurship, you also have a 7-day manual that teaches you how to be in business, go into business, in retail. So just like summarize that manual real quick as best as you can.
Well, basically, it started when I started my business in 2016. I started it in 7 days. It was at the end of December. And, you know, I got my LLC, my, you know, EIN number, all of that stuff done within like a 7-day period. And then I started making money like right after that. And this was before like I had like a huge following or whatever. But it was just, you know, especially now, I think, you know, this year has taught us that nothing is promised, nothing is guaranteed. So you need to get on whatever you feel like your gift is now. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait. Procrastination is just another excuse for being scared because it's never going to be perfect. You're never going to be 100% ready. So I made this manual. Basically, it's a PDF downloadable file. It's on a website, and it's basically just a breakdown of all the steps you need to take getting your LLC. I even have, you know, business card people on there. I have the people that build websites on there, where I get my poly mailers from. Even my vendor information that I use now is on there. So, you know, it's just really to help, you know, bring some more money back into the Black, you know, community, and because those are the bulk of my customers anyway. So, you know, I just thought it was important to share that. And you know, entrepreneurship is like, it's very much a needed thing, even if you're not doing it full time. Everybody need a side hustle. You know, my thing is seven streams, no less. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, so you got the whole shebang situated. Got the, feel me? You got the music going, got the entrepreneurship going, got the cooking in the kitchen, the turkey sliders going.
You know, all that.
You got the ab regiment going. So, put together.
Listen,
like,
don't gas me, because I will start an OnlyFans. We be on there working out.
Oh,
hey, what happened?
eight stream of income? That's an 8 stream of income right there.
Right. You're right. You might be on the side.
I mean, so are you going to tap into the OnlyFans? I've seen it's been very lucrative for a lot of people. So,
listen, I mean, I'm not against it. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I ain't mad at you. If you do, you know, put that link in your bio. You know, I think you know, people.
You want to subscribe?
I don't know. I can't decide yet. You know, we'll see.
Word.
We'll see.
Word.
Nah, but Armani, I definitely appreciate you stopping through Creative Convos. I appreciate the conversation. Best wishes, best of luck with everything. When that project come out, I definitely want to do this again.
Yes.
Sit down, chop it up real quick. So you know, I got to get my little review of the project. And, you know, we could sit down, chop it up, and see what's good. So I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, if you love the verse, you're gonna love the album. I mean,
okay,
not the album.
Got you.
Yeah.
The EP. Okay, got you. Real quick before you go, I know people probably see your IG, but tell everybody where to follow you. Anything that you're promoting right now, do your thing.
Okay, so y'all can follow me on Instagram at Armani Caesar. I'm at Armani Caesar on all my platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. It's at Armani Caesar, ArmaniCaesar. You know, not the ghetto way, but the real way.
Got you.
ArmaniCaesar.com. You can find a manual on there. You can find my music on there. You can find some fly drip for, you know, if you're a female, or you know, for your lady friend, your mom, whatever. And you know, I'm gonna be around. Y'all gonna see me.
Hey, that's lit.
Armani
there you have it, y'all.
I got the vlogs dropping too. Like, you know, I just did a behind the scenes for the cover shoot. Well, not for the cover shoot yesterday, and then a couple studio sessions I just threw on there. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm probably gonna drop something for them, for all the subscribers on there first. And for everybody that was on this live, I'm gonna make sure that y'all get a coupon code. So if you go to Armani's Closet and you mention this live, I got a special coupon code that you can use. You know what I'm saying? Just for being on here, showing love. You know,
that's facts. That's lit. That's lit. Okay, people appreciate that. I'm sure they definitely gonna appreciate that. But there you have it, y'all. You rocking with Jiggy Jones, Creative Clout. We got Armani Caesar from First Lady of Griselda. Appreciate you, sis, once again. I'm gonna holla at you.
Thank you so much.